So, we're back. Today, free modeled my whole Twitch thing, from the whole webcam, even get my new remodeled avatar for accuracy and all. Today, I will be planning on playing a game called Eternal Return. Recently, they've had their 1.0 launch, which is basically the official release for the game, and I will be focusing on helping new players as well as doing some casual gameplay. So let's go ahead and boot up the game. This is just opening screen. Always got okay. It didn't like scrolling for whatever reason. Yeah. 1.0 pack, temporarily available. Just social skin, ER pass. This can be bought separately when, I believe, August 3rd. And whatever day the official season start date is, that's when you can buy that. You also get some good stuff. And for me, this is a really useful pack because I don't really play any of the characters that are focused in all this bonus stuff. So buying cosmetics for them wouldn't really serve much purpose for me. The R pass I will get when it releases separately because it'll be much cheaper. All of my MP that I have in this game, I've earned for free, essentially. Make sure all of that mail's claimed. So you have your daily quests here, which are things you complete for matches. You get some rewards. You also want to, every day, make sure that you go to your additional items, claim your daily box, Vita Vista this morning, and in bundle, there's one for monthly, which, since next month is coming up, you're able to get those again. And those essentially give you boxes, which are like loot crates. This one gives just skins, this one gives skins, emojis, like icons, all kinds of cosmetic things. Sometimes you get these blueprints for them, which you have to use your data, which you can get from those daily crates, sometimes from daily quests, and from disassembling unwanted things. Yeah, you get all kinds of things like voice actors, sprays. Sprays I don't ever use. You get Tombstone. This'll appear when you die. Which, in this game, if you die, you come back to life. At least for most of the way for, I think it's day 3 when the revives stop. Yeah, you have emblems, which aren't really important. They just show on your name screen when the match is loading. Outside of that, you don't really see them. Skins, of course, are the most important thing. They give your character their appearance. Then emotes. These are like for quick chat symbols. And then the Vacant says, I believe this'll come with ER Pass. Is when you'll start being able to get these. I have gotten a couple for random boxes, basically. There's currently Twitch drops as well, which help you get Event MP, which is MP that lasts limited time and gets you 8 coins, which you use for buying daily boxes and characters. Of course, I own every character for a while now, except for Delby and Marlene, of course, because I just recently got them since they're the new character. I got a decent amount of skins, my emotes. Okay. It's like the middle button here. This is the one you want to have your primarily used emote as, because you just tap the button. That's the one I'll put up. Other ones you have to hold the button and move the directional with the mouse. Select. This one happens when you first start the game. It's like a greeting thing. I mean, I don't really quite understand the purpose of it, but it pops, like everyone has their greeting emote that pops up. This one happens when you get a kill, of course, and this emote pops up if you die. And then you have your sprays. Like I said, I don't use these, so they're not set up. There's tombstones, which are enough markers. Cameras. These are a type of summon that you display that will stay in a spot and show its surroundings on the minimap, which will appear down here during the match. The drone. Basically a camera, but it doesn't last more than like a few seconds, but it's much wider and you can place it further away. So they have their uses, like you're trying to scout out areas super far ahead, then you use a drone. If you want something to stay, you use a camera. You have your lobby screens, where it just changes the lobby background. This will pop up when your player name thing pops up on the board. This is just your announcers. They have... See, I use the default one because, like...
An enemy is consecutively eliminating survivors.
Versus things like this.
They are some well-trained test subjects.
See, it's not quite clear on what they are saying, basically, which is why I prefer the default. Okay, anything else I need to go over? Oh yeah, loadouts. See, the recommended save plans are just basically plans that random people have made, and then they shared. You can select one of these. Like, I'm gonna play, I don't know, Fiora. I haven't made a plan for her, because all your plans reset with Season 1.0 because of the changes that basically reconfigured the whole way they work. They lost every one of them. I used to have one for every character, even though I didn't play most of the characters usually. But yeah, so now I don't have save points for most of them anymore. No, I mean, they'd probably be outdated anyways. But yeah, if you go into a match to select a character, you can just select from one of these options. Of course, Jackie, character that I main. I have an actual plan for her. And on here, you choose your default things. Her build that I chose is an attack speed build. So I just chose all these items with the most attack speed. You know? I chose Electric Shift, which is the new tactical skill ability that they've added to the game. This is your augments, which basically give you various effects on certain things. Like yeah, you have your offense one, your combat aid, and then your defensive thing. Like I use the healing factor because it helps her stuff. Like she's a person who has this bleeding in order to attack. So healing factor is really good on her. The assembly is just, I mean, you have to choose two of these. It's like, assembly's nice. Just shield, you know, it's something. And then the vision range helps you see further during night, because at night, your vision is reduced. Then the secondary thing, which basically, with secondaries, you gotta choose a second one of these, but it's missing the top 5 main things. You don't get a main for your secondary type. Now you stopping power for armor penetration, and then quench, because it's nice. Do more damage and healing wild animals. Lets you kill and heal faster, so you can just grind for those wild animals. Because killing wild animals is very important. Late game items. This will help you get these as your suggestions in your V-pad when you first complete all your purple items. It'll then prompt you to select legendary items. And having them in here makes them pop up guaranteed in the V-pad instead of being randomized. This, I just ignore. It doesn't show up in game, so it's basically pointless. That's it. It's like something you use for people who are going to use your plan or whatever, I guess. Yeah. Alright. Match time. Shouldn't take more than a minute. Because, yeah. With release of 1.0, match loading times have been improved greatly. Okay. Just gotta wait for a moment. And the match will be here. And I can go over some more things. And we'll have a match, as long as no one declines. So here on the left, you choose your character. I'll be playing Jackie today. I use her two-handed sword. You select your weapon type. Like, some characters only have one, and some have multiple. Like Jackie, she has 4. Dagger, two-handed sword, axe, and Dolphin. It will automatically select after this timer, or you can just select
Is
character.
it time for hide and seek?
This is where you choose your plans. Like I said, you can go for the randomized ones, or choose one of your own. If you don't like the tactical skill, you can then choose that. And then this is for different augments. This will show your build path. So I start a stream, go to alley, go to gas station, and we'll go to hotel. And those are the 4 zones I basically rush through, so I can get all my starting gear and food. And then, that's when we work on the main match. Yeah, like, this is the only time you'll see your, like, borders and your backgrounds and your icons on this screen. Other than this, you don't see them at all. like I said, they're very minor things. The end of this new lobby room thing, you can test out your abilities and stuff.
Survivors, prepare to enter the experiment.
For an experienced player, I feel this has no real purpose. But, you know, I guess it's better than just staring at a screen. Like, with that name screen. It used to just be that until the game loaded. For me, I don't ever do anything with this. I know how my skills work and all, so it doesn't really serve a purpose to me. I'm not gonna complain that they added it, because it is useful for testing a character that you don't really play, or a new player especially. You can go down on this target dummy, it'll show you the damage you do and stuff. Someone activated my auto attack. Yeah, that's usually the only time my character moves around in this thing, because I don't go out of my way to attack people in this, since I know how my abilities work and all. But if someone activates my auto attack, then I'll start attacking them. I don't know exactly all the logic behind auto attacks, like what dictates what does and doesn't trigger them, but not everything does. Alright, so now the actual match is loading. Go to your map with them. You level up your first ability, level up your technical skill, you start looting things, and getting what you need. I ditch my water, because Jackie does not need water. At least not with my current build. Some builds might need water for its items, but my build does not need it. Okay, we got all our items. We gotta do some fishing for extra food. We didn't get any of the special food, like sweet potatoes or salmon, is what I'm talking about. They're the new legendary food items. Be careful when your food drops on the floor. You want to make sure you pick it up, because if your inventory is full and you're crafting something, it'll just pop it on the floor if it doesn't have room. So you definitely want to be careful about doing it around other players, and before you leave for cooking, you want to make sure that, you know, you don't leave your food behind. Okay, if I'm just alone though, and like there's no players, no, I'll just let it go on the floor before I pick it up. Oh, I already got no items in there. Okay, gas station. Yeah, just let it go on the floor and pick it up afterwards, because it's like the early phases, your inventory is often full, like to the point where you're doing some inventory management, like you keep the boxes open so that excess things inside them can be used to craft. And one of the things I do in this game is hoard food in the beginning and stuff. Like, I'm the person who keeps my good food, and then I give some of my slightly less good food to my teammates who might be lacking on food. And yeah, that way my whole team can be supplied with food.
Look for the materials you need here.
We got our build completed. Oh wait, no, we need leather.
Take a good look around.
That's right, someone stole the chickens at the beginning. Which is one reason why my inventory is still so cluttered. Just because, you know, I needed leather to complete the build. I usually get those first two chickens Right. Some large player has decided to get an inverter. See, it's quite rude to attack people before they have their first purple build. I mean, obviously not everyone follows it, but I follow the etiquette of not attacking people until they have their purple items at least. Because, I mean, it's really not of much benefit to do it in the first place. I mean, if they're just gonna come back to life, all you do is inconvenience some other person by killing them early. I mean, once they have purple gear and stuff, fair game. But if someone doesn't have purple gear, I do not attack them. You know, unless they attack me first. And of course, in that situation, it didn't work out for me because I was already fighting some wolves. So I was injured, among other things, because they would have better gear than me too.
A new area has been meteorite just collided.
Because, I mean, you don't want to attack people before you have your build, because your build priority is the most important thing. Without your build, you are severely limited in how much damage you can do. The battle zones are highlighted with the orange bears, and are slightly orange textured over, too. As you go into, when the timer at the top goes down, the battle zone will activate, and thus, the battle zone will start. Last team surviving gets a claim of reward. Usually, a meteorite or a tree of life. You can sometimes choose others, but that's only if enough teams were present in the battle zone at the start, because you can choose higher rarity materials if there's more people that were defeated in a battle zone, essentially. Someone was hypermoving, then they stopped, and now we're doing it again? Like, what? I don't understand that. But, whatever. Like I said, I play super casually. If I die, oh well. If I lose, oh well. Obviously I prefer to get kills and win, but I'm not gonna stress out if I end up dying or anything, you know?
It would be nice to have lots of people here.
See, this food here is just the fodder food. Like, if I notice I don't always pay the closest attention to my health. That is one of my weaknesses. I paid much more attention when I was playing ranked, but there's currently no ranked mode.
I'm not in the mood to
Well, technically there is a ranked mode, but there's no point to playing it because the ranked season has not started yet. We're gonna go head over to Alpha, which is a NPC enemy. And like this says, you get Mithril when you defeat him.
Is anyone there? It's a
Okay, there's one Mithril. It goes to, well, like, you have to divide your resources between your players. I'll let them take the Mithril. I'll take some drones. Like, yeah, Alpha, Omega, they can spawn, like, extra drones on them and stuff. That's, like, the only time I ever have drones. Because I don't craft drones, I craft cameras. Like, yeah, I prefer cameras over drones, since they last longer. Are you going somewhere? This is one of the things of playing a friend. You don't always know what your teammates are going to do. I try to stick with them as best as possible, of course. But I mean, you know, when people do things, sometimes it's hard to know what the point is if they don't say it. So I mean, yeah, I might be muting bears. Hold up, bears. Wait for teammates. Whenever you see a group of darker colored animals, never attack them alone. You will die. I'm not even joking. The herds of
Like
dark
killing people
colored
with
animals,
some blood.
which are banana ones, that's what they're called. They are so overpowered. Like, before this update, they used to be much weaker.
Oh, maybe I
Now,
can
though,
have some chips.
you literally need your team to be able to kill them. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up dying. I'm saving up for 450 so I can make my dance leaf. And there actually is a sword in this zone. I was like, is there a sword in this zone? Like, they moved items around and stuff, so I'm not 100% familiar with what is where anymore.
A new area has been restricted.
There's a rusty sword.
Like
See,
killing people in just
I'm usually not open temple unless the teammates decide to come up here for one reason or another. Gonna attack this person. They were foolish enough to go off on their own. I mean, their teammate arrived. Oh yeah, don't go off on alone or you're gonna get ganked. There's two teams here. Yeah, so much happening. It's hard to know the best target to choose when all that's happening. Yeah. My main purpose in fights is to just do as much damage as possible, and in worst case scenarios, I like to play with shield, where I will stay behind
I'm just giving them
and try to get them to target me while the teammates
nice to have
retreat
lots of people here.
so that the team doesn't die.
I'll show you where
I
could
mean,
they all have gone to?
is it necessarily
Tea?
the best play? I'm not 100% certain. Like I said, super casual player. But it's the play that I like, because it helps keep the team alive. And as a DPS build, being, you know, up in there doing damage is also beneficial. Alright. I'm signaling that I'm going to go to that Griffin, which I did with Alt left click. You should really always signal if you need to go somewhere. That way your teammates know what's happening. Now I can get my dance leaf and all,
I'll recommend you
which
another.
is a much more powerful sword.
I'll make
And
a
I can
sponge
just
dressing.
drop the old one on the ground, because it's absolutely useless now.
A new area has been restricted.
Alright, we're just gonna head up here. Gonna rest so my SP goes completely up.
Let's take some time to watch the sky.
There might be a bear up north.
Is anyone there? Here
There is. Let's just knock that thing out real quick. Hang on. Where do you want to go?
Which star will shine for me?
I guess I'll just choose a destination. Let's see.
Is this the paying tag?
I mean,
It'd be
or
convenient
wait
to
up.
get her to the
Some
hospital.
anime token, unfortunately.
Directly to the
So, yeah. Very significantly geared. Yeah. Look at all those bullets. More like butter of
promotion. Promotion.
Well, they decided to not chase. Not survive, I went ahead to red zone.
Kiosk, you can
Okay.
rejoin the experiment.
Guess it was just like a mistake on their part. Because, they immediately retreated
Area has been restricted.
from the red zone. Okay, false teams are gonna cause chaos. Okay, that's gonna be helpful-ish, possibly. I mean, there's gonna be enemies taken out. Will that play a part for us? Hard to say. Most likely, this will be a loss, as they do not have much credits and are alone. It is technically possible to get an escape. Sometimes people use credits to do a respawn. That's an option too. But at this point, being lower geared, like, we have some gold items, but the enemies have more. Other than this team. This team we have no knowledge of. If your enemies have gold, like lots of gold items, you should use the root kit instead, which will let you hyperloop to the abandoned dock for an escape when that's the recommended path. And then then you just have your summary screens. I mean, they're there. To me, they don't really serve much purpose. But, yeah. I would just go ahead and find a new match. And start over, basically. Except, of course, like, why is this an option? I queued because I want to play. The people who don't want to play but queued, what is wrong with you? Why are you queuing if you don't want to play? Like, there's no reason to press start matchmaking if you do not want to play a match.
Is it time for hide and seek?
You can also view your team's paths once they select them, if you do this. Okay. I mean, it's not that useful, in my opinion. If you're playing with friends, and all, it's somewhat useful because you can say, ah, you're going to that zone. Can you grab me this item while you're there? With randoms, it's iffy. I mean, you don't know what their plan is. Like, you don't know how full their items are gonna be, if they're gonna have room for the stuff, and voice chatting just makes it, something that you can do. And of course, if there's a friend you play with, then you obviously would talk to each other about, oh, I'm gonna build this in this zone and stuff. So yeah, super useful team path thing if you are playing with friends. Otherwise, not that useful. But at the same point, you don't really need that if you're playing with your friends because you should already know their path. Because, I mean, you don't want to just change your path 8 billion times. That's not good. If you're constantly changing your build plan, you will never be as good as someone who keeps one. Because it's all about ingraining the zones. Like, you spawn randomly in a zone. You want to know your loot clusters. You want to know exact items you want. This, of course, helps you know what items you need.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Something worth using.
The Schwanner, we don't ever need that. The bird, I ditch if I get double or triple legendaries. Otherwise, I usually keep it to make into toast.
Oh, maybe I can make some chips.
We'll see. Going unlucky again. Didn't get any legendaries. We actually get chickens this time. Again, we have a chicken stolen from us. That's useful.
Oh, I can't wait to use this. Everyone better be
Okay,
worried.
cook up our food. Again, my food is probably gonna spill onto the ground a bit, but it's fine because no one is around me. So no one will be there to steal it.
Oh, I can't
But
wait
always
to
make
use
sure to
this.
pick it up before leaving.
Can I just bounce around now? There's something still at the
Or
bottom
if
of the
an
pond.
enemy comes nearby. You also want to pick it up in that situation, of course.
I
You
can
don't want them
zip
stealing your
around.
food.
Find what you need here.
Now, some people might be nice enough to be like, no, I'm not gonna steal that. But when playing in a PvP game with random people you don't know, I would not be as trusting as
Head
that.
over to the gas station.
Definitely not recommended. Always keep your food in your inventory if an enemy is nearby.
Is somebody following?
Find the materials you need here.
Might be something worth using.
Alright, just tomorrow.
Can I just bounce around now?
Sometimes it'll take multiple clusters once you get into the later zones because of people having previously been here and thus taking some of the
Head over to the
items
hotel.
out
This is better
of
than
them
nothing.
because
Look at
the
that.
items that exist
Just
are limited.
Can I just
If an item runs
bounce
out,
now?
you can always use credits to get it well.
Can I just bounce around now?
For random emojiing.
Brilliant. I can zip around.
guess they're just hanging out.
Find the materials you need.
I don't know exactly what they're doing.
I guess this is better than nothing. Nice! Let's make some more. Hey, where are the people?
I'm just gonna work on my hot mastery.
Ooh, who's there?
Yeah, we're working over in the hospital. I want to check the beach for bears before I group up though. Because bears are very good for master. Like, yeah. Bears are one of the best wild animals to hunt. Of course, the mutant varieties, I think mutant wolves are better than normal bears. Obviously, mutant bears are better than normal bears. But yeah. So I just wanna kill these bears that are on beach before I go meet up with them. Because if I don't kill them, the enemy will. And I don't want enemies having stat increases. Oh, we do. We're both doing good.
A meteorite just collided. Let's go.
That's one of the worst features I hate. They made it so you can't teleport directly after
Kiosk is
the
now
satellite
activated.
thing.
Buy items
happens.
with your accumulated credits.
So I can't teleport to my teammates at this exact time. I am heading
Do anything
over to
daft,
them.
okay?
And tree, consequently, for
Quiet people are boring.
I swear I saw something over here. No, it's not in my own zone.
Here, love.
Here we are.
A subject has been terminated.
I'm gonna let one of them get tree because it is not very useful to me. Okay, they already got it. Actually. I didn't realize that. But tree, I can make one item with it, which would be the tactical visor.
This definitely
But it's
isn't
a
the place to
very
be.
complicated craft. I need all kinds of extra items to be able to do that.
Here.
So I do not. Like,
Better always watch
I mean,
your back.
it's like, if it's a rare material we have, and no one else needs it, I'll make that.
Battle zones have been designated.
If I don't
The
already
final
have a
winner will
hat.
get a reward.
I'll sit here and stop anyone from trying to leave.
But otherwise, I prefer meteorites. That's like the thing that my build consists of. Meteorite items. Just because they're quick, simple. I also can use mithril,
Nice houses.
force cores are basically useless. A force core is what you get when you combine a meteorite and a tree of life. For my setup, where I prefer attack speed and such, force cores are not able to be used. So they're like the bane of my build.
Alpha is near. Watch out for his sweep attacks.
And we're going. Yeah, I just need to save up 450. Once I get 450 credits, I can buy my blood. And then I get my dance leaf. Which is one of the most important items for me to have.
Love, I'll chop you up nicely.
Yeah, oh, arrogance. even with a teammate, they did not do enough damage. Like I said, getting animals hurt.
It's not that I'm tired.
It's no joke.
Just giving them a head start.
Learning to rest is also a part of training.
Yeah. Even with one extra purple gear, just didn't cut it. If I had my dance sleeve, I would have been fine
Are there
with
any
just the
drinks
two of
left?
us,
It'd be even better if I had
but I
a
didn't
paper.
have it. So they barely got me, which is fine. I mean, teammate was there to revive me and everything too. See, like this, 1 minute wolf, that's fine. I'll survive it. I mean, it did hurt a bit. Don't get me
There are multiple
wrong.
items that require special materials. I'll show you
Oh,
one of them.
Do it? Okay, I need just a watch and a rock. Yeah.
This takes
I didn't know if I needed another item for the watch. Yeah. Sometimes I forget exactly what items are needed for what, which is why the crafting guide system is super useful.
Watch out.
Wonder when it'll explode.
opened.
Not like buff.
Lose control of
If I get another meteorite, I make my down.
Found
I don't
you.
have any cameras.
Please.
Otherwise, I would place one
A new
right in that grass there for convenience. The grass
Reconstruction is no
doesn't,
longer available.
like, basically it hides whatever's inside it,
Did you get
unless
special material?
you're
There's an
also
item
in the
that can be
grass.
dealt with.
or have a camera in the glass.
Alpha
And I'll
is
make
here.
my beautiful
Watch out
garment,
for his sweep attacks.
which is a good chest item for me.
I might lose control a bit with this. Closed, eh? Doesn't matter. I'm going in anyway.
Like, yeah, I need to buy blood.
Oh, that's a special material, isn't it? I'll recommend you an item.
Okay, now this is serious.
Sometimes the bathroom is annoying where it's like, oh yes, let's put you in a redstone. Yeah. I'm just gonna comment in chat
Nice
because
places.
I'm just
Were there
auto
also
walking
any to be
at this
found
point.
too?
Because, you know, that's something that happens when you go long distances, you know?
Cornering your prey into a little space.
See if we can
Wonderful.
play bodyguard when I go in there and get the tree. See, if you don't have any red zone timer, you can just pop in
Omega
there,
will spawn shortly.
get your item, come back out, then craft, like we're doing. See, this person is
Were there
experienced
also
enough to know
families too?
how the game works, at least. Is what that proves.
Learning to rest is also a part of training.
Granted, they are most likely from the Korean server, given their name. The reason I say that, of course, is the game's main popularity is in Korea. Oh, I actually did make a door for that. See, that's the thing.
Sand here.
Map changes.
How annoying.
They're not something I always am notable of. It's like, why run from there? I don't know exactly what they need.
Omega has spawned.
Like, I knew there was that door there.
A new area has been restricted.
Okay, those bears are dead. Oh. Gotta go out that way. We're under attack. If we want to be there, in the right spot. always try food before starting a fight if you can.
Terminated.
Obviously, there are situations where you do not get a choice because you get ambushed or
These
such.
houses are pretty,
But
but just
if you're going to start a fight, always eat food first. Because food is how you heal. Although I guess technically, and although they might have removed those ones, or at least used to
I
be
don't mind if
healing
it's
items that were not food, but they acted as food. They just were items that weren't actually called food. Like medkits, for example. You heal with medkits, but they count as eating. Medkit. Like, yeah. I don't know exactly why. That's how they did it. Like, but yeah, medkits are a food item. Unless they removed them. I'm actually gonna go ahead and check that out, though, because I don't know if they removed those or not. I'm curious, though. It's in loadout on that, item catalog. See, everything this menu here is used for healing. These are special things that increase your max HP, defense, and attack power and skill up. Yeah, they removed medkits, which I think were higher than the legendary food. Not that it really matters, because they're irrelevant now. Yeah, sweet potatoes you get from potatoes at percent change. RNG, loot box potatoes, and fish, because fish do it with salmon. Pizza you find in loot crates, like the loot boxes that are littered around the map, where you can bring all your random items. You find pizza in there sometimes. It's one per zone, though. So, unless you're literally checking every box, and also no one has been to the area, you might not find it, because it's one in an entire zone. Each of these little gridded off areas, they all have our names, of course. Each one of those is a zone. And each one has one pizza, which turns into 3 Hawaiian pizzas if you bring it to a campfire, which obviously you always want to bring your frozen pizza, yellow sweet potatoes, and salmon to the campfire to get salmon steak, Hawaiian pizza, and sweet potatoes, which are the best healing items in the game, for 822 HP. Now, if you play an SP heavy character, you're gonna need to make some beverages. I don't play those characters, so I can't really tell you the best beverages, because I've never made a character that consumes SP like crazy. I have, of course, tried them before, at one point in time, and when I did that, of course, I would have been 1, before 1.0, and 2, not optimized. So yeah, I usually made like hot honey water. I mean, it gives 1080, which is one of the higher ones. That's what I would make before when I played those characters. Yeah. Then they removed a lot of the trap areas, and then they changed the... I think it was called an Iron Maiden. They changed it into an acupressure mat. Yeah, traps are like things you place down that... The problem I have with traps is they have limited life. Like, you can place them down, even if no one triggers them, they'll just despawn if it spends too much time. That's why I don't really focus on traps. If I find a trap, like on someone's body or something, I'll take it and use it. But otherwise, I do not make traps. Like, there's these ridiculous ones, like the Claymore and a remote mine, which take rare materials, which is, I mean, they do higher amounts of damage, yeah, but they're incredibly expensive. The double guillotine here. This is one of the most popular traps. It was even before when they used to have more options. Yeah, that's like one of the most popular traps to make in the game. I also find C4 rarely on people's bodies, so people also make them. I've never seen acupressure mats. Doesn't mean people don't use them, but I've never seen them. Not on ground, not in inventory. Just not at all. See, bamboo traps are just poor traps, unless you're making double guillotines out of them. Dynamite, of course, is used for C4. The enhanced mouse traps are basically what we call for lazy trap makers things. Sometimes you'll see people with these. They're just like, oh, I can just craft some traps real quick. So, yeah, we make some enhanced mouse traps. We're relatively easy because, as you can see, there's multiple zones that just border each other. So you can get some enhanced mouse traps with ease. So people just do it as a lazy trap. But of course you can, improve it. But the improving takes rare materials or patched leather, which makes it not quite so simple. And of course these gray ones here are things you just find in boxes. And you have your surveillance camera. These come from bats, sometimes. It used to be guaranteed, but it's no longer guaranteed. I have them on bats. The telephoto camera, you get 2 cameras out of 1 if you combine it with a binocular. And I think it's bigger radius than the normal one. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I think that's the case. I mean, there's no real reason not to make them if you have the materials, because it'll double your cameras. Of course, if your inventory is very filled, then it's understandable not to make them, because they don't stack with normal cameras. Of course, you can make Raycon drones out of your cameras, but would not recommend, due to the fact that they stay for 7 seconds, and then they're gone. And with the EMP drone, this one is kinda nice, but it's too much effort. Like, first you have to make cameras with gunpowder and the drones, and then combine it with a battery. But if you find an EMP drone, they can be useful. If you know someone's placing traps, just spawn it and it'll buy that trap, which is nice. Like I said, too expensive, especially since they rarely come in use, other than for scouting a distant location. Anything else? Yeah. Nope. That's just all gear stuff. As you can see, I completed a challenge. So now I get rewards. Sometimes extra rewards pop up than just what it shows. Like the acorns and XP are guaranteed. And sometimes you'll randomly get some extras. I don't know exactly what causes it other than RNG. You can press this little blue arrow here if you don't like one of your challenges you're given. Cause yeah, you want to complete all 3 every day before the thing resets at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless they changed it. But that used to be the reset time. I mean, I don't usually play super long periods, so just my playtime. Like, I'm not I'll play the game for 20 hours today person. Nah, usually like 8 hours at most. So, like, yeah. But yeah, that's how you do that if you don't like one of your challenges. So you can reset them all and get all your rewards. Because unless they changed it, obviously I have not tested this because I always complete my challenges. But the old way is that the challenge would stay even if you didn't complete it, but you wouldn't get a new one. Like, so basically you miss out on extra rewards if you don't do it. So yeah, always do that. There's also, I clicked this arrow thing, it's like there's no event missions. I assume that's related to ER Pass? Maybe something else though? They haven't really explained. It's not a currently active thing. I will of course find out what that is when they announce it or it's implemented. Whichever comes first. Yeah. Of course, you have your normal game start, which are matches, ranked matches, combat protocol. This is a completely different game. Like, yeah, I've never actually played it. Because you don't really get to choose your character and stuff. It's more so just combat without any of the survival aspects, really. It's just, compare it to something. Team Deathmatch. That's pretty much what it is. But you can only select from limited amount of characters. Like, you get a couple characters. I think it's like 4 that it gives you. I mean, they might have changed this, of course. But I believe before, when I looked up, like, in the beta, when I looked up what combat protocol was, it was like, oh yes, you can choose 4 characters. Of course, you cannot have the same character as someone else on your team. But yeah, and then those characters are randomly selected, and each of you have to choose one. So, like, yeah. That's one reason it's not cool. Also, there's a lot of interesting features of the whole crafting and through the world, the days leveling up all your mastery. Because you just go straight in, basically. The tutorial, of course, is full for new players. Training. This lets you, test out your builds if you need that. Like, I made a new build. Okay, so let's see how this item looks. Stuff like that. Custom game. This was for like setting up friends stuff. Yeah. Back in the game. I believe it was just that. Well, that popped out. Bad time. It's like, yeah, as I was closing the thing, it popped up. So, kind of accidentally canceled matchmaking there. Obviously unintentional, but not that big of a deal. because we'll just go right back into matchmaking. But yeah, most importantly, daily activities. Check your mail or anything that's in there, complete your daily quests, and in the store, claim your daily box. Those are the most important things to do,
Is it time for hide and seek?
as long as you do all those things, you miss out on nothing. Obviously, the more matches you play, the more coins and XP you get. Also, the game's fun to play, of course. I mean, if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be playing it. So, yeah, those are the most important things to do every day, though. And every month, claim your daily boxes. But yeah, one thing that I will complain about is that there are not enough A-coin uses. Like, on that lobby screen, you see I have well over 100k. I can't. I have way more A-coins than I have anything to do with them. I play the game too much that it'll never go below 100k. Like, yeah, I play the game far too much to run out of A-coins. I already own all the characters, so I can't buy a new character. It's just, hello, A-coin card.
Lumia Island's hyper.
Yes, please add A-coin usage. Like, let us buy box keys with A-coins or something. I mean, you can do it with MP. I won't. But that's probably why they don't have an A-coin option. Like, yeah, it's kind of limited how much keys you get for free. So I have some extra boxes that I can't open. But, yeah, I just wish there was some use for them. I don't really care too much what use it would be, as long as it's something useful, of course. But I want something to spend all my A-coins on, so I have no use for them. Like, my daily boxes, I earn more A-coins than I spend. My A-coins will just go up, not down. The only time they go down is when I buy for monthly. And that's very slightly down. And it'll go right back up. You know, before the end of the month, I'll have more than I started with. So it's not even a permanent down. It's just a temporary down.
The experiment will now begin. Satellite radar activated.
Find the materials you need here. Let's move to the alley.
Get used to this, I suppose.
Like, I feel like they took into consideration that it's like, oh, new players don't have A-coins, so we don't need to have uses for them. But they also forgot that old players exist. So, for people who aren't old players, and plus already have A-coins, are just gonna continue to sit under A-coin uses. Like,
Bounce around now.
I've had these A-coins since beta with absolutely no use. It's only now that they have some use. I'm gonna ditch the bread because I have sweet potatoes and fish and chips. That's what I mean. Yeah, because I get french fries and fish cutlets. That makes the fish and chips. So I have two good items.
Oh, I can't wait to use this.
Okay, pick that up and let's go.
Is
I
this
can ditch the meat because I don't need that since I got rid of the bread.
Find the materials you need here.
Yeah, the meat's only useful if combined with the bread. The reason I didn't check that zone is because it was likely emptied already. And them following me is basically proof that it was. Because I mean, why would they be following me if I had what they need in it? That's what makes it this game fun. You do compete for resources. Yeah, let's make our boots and then go. That person's doing something stupid, in my opinion. Attacking wolves before you have a purple weapon.
Here are the materials you'll need.
Once you get your purple weapon, it's fine. But until then, attacking wolves just takes too much time. The whole game, especially the start, is a contest to do things first. Like, doing things first puts you higher up on the board of survival. Because you have better stuff than your opponents, your chances of winning go up. Okay. Brutal.
Oh, does it look like it'll hurt? Because it will.
Okay, I'm gonna damage them.
I'll put you back in the
That
experience.
way they use up their healing items. Like an idiot. I mean, I'm gonna die either way. Because they're gonna chase me. That's just how it
Time to
is.
head to the hotel.
Doesn't matter. I'm going in anyway.
Some people are just so rude. They can't leave you alone if you have purples. Like,
A meteorite.
if you have your purples,
Sky.
fine. But if you don't have purples, then you aren't really even started the game. Yeah, just quite rude to attack people without purple. Which is why I never do it unless they attack first.
Animals really don't listen well.
Like that Yuki that was attacking the wolves. There was a decent chance I could have killed him. But, you know, I'm friendly.
Now's not the
So-
time to get a suntan.
You know, as friendly as you can be in a PvP game. Like, I'm not just gonna go out of my way to annoy some person, basically.
Meteorite has collided. The others must be trying to get to it.
Like, yeah.
Kiosk is now activated. Buy items with your accumulated credits.
It doesn't really serve a purpose to do it either. We're not gonna have any good items for you to take.
You up nicely. Wild animals really don't listen well.
Also, if you can avoid the, like when the boards go to charge, they show their straight
My
arrow
feet just sink in.
enemy attack range thingy, whatever you call it. Like, they show that. If you don't get hit by that, their defense goes down. So yeah, that's like the boar's weakness. Obviously, you can still kill without using that weakness. But yeah, if you can avoid that attack when fighting them, do it. It'll make you be able to kill them quicker. So it's just beneficial.
I'm tired.
River Cemetery.
Head start.
Yeah, we're to go River Cemetery too. And then I'll meet up with them in a moment. If they don't die.
Maybe I'll stick around here for a while.
It's like the moment I say that, they go and get attacked.
Battle zones have been designated. The last player standing will win it
But
all.
they're most likely their teammates will say, like, that's one thing. If you see someone out alone who immediately runs upon sight, where teammates are almost certainly nearby, not always. Like, I mean, if you have your whole team with you, then they probably don't. But if you're alone and they run like that, they most likely have teammates situated nearby. Yeah, they want to definitely shoot off my
You'd better stay away.
not the best situation to attack them in, I admit. But I play casually,
A survivor has
and I
returned
play
to
with a
the
good amount of
experiment.
chaos. Yeah, chaos. Do I make the best decisions always? Oh,
Alpha is here.
I definitely do not always make the best
A
decisions.
survivor has returned to the experiment.
Because
I'm just
I just act in the moment rather than thinking it out. And I'm gonna get ganked. Yeah. Unfortunate spawn. Yeah. There's 2 teams attacking my corpse. They're in a battle zone, so even if they die before this time runs out, we'll still respawn. That's the advantage of battle zones. If you're in a battle zone,
The experiment.
even if your whole team dies, you'll end up respawning.
A survivor has returned
Battle
to
zone
the
advantage.
Seems like you won't make it on time.
Obviously, if you win,
Some wild
you
animals
get items too, which is always nice,
Did you have to walk
because it's raw
around
material. Raw materials are like the best thing you get.
Found you?
One bear should be fine. Hopefully. I mean, they definitely buff these things up like crazy. Yeah, one bear's fine. I'll definitely kill it before it dies. Tree.
There are powerful items that require special materials. I'll show you one
Why
of
did
them.
you give me a
Not that I'm
tree?
tired. I'm just
I
giving
don't
them a
like
head
trees. That's right,
start. Rule that says you have to walk
They
around
still
quietly.
they're planning to fix that. But it's like it's such a pain to actually get up to something if I even forget how to do it sometimes. Okay, let's see. This spot. Probably hotel.
Is this for
But
playing
starting
fair?
this is the best path for me to take.
Closed day? Doesn't matter. I'm going in anyway.
A survivor has returned to the experiment.
And oh my god. To the pond. And hotel. I mean hospital. I'm already in the hotel.
Is this for playing?
A new area.
These
has
are one of
been
the fun
revealed.
items I need, I believe. That's the fucking most annoying. Oh, you're teleporting? Okay, let's satellite so if the teleport stops working. And then of course I get ganked by a team. And if I die, I lose tree. I mean, it's whatever. I don't really care in the end. It's just one of those really annoying things. Like, it wouldn't have happened if you didn't mess up your dumb hyperloop system for no good reason. Like, if you click it before the thing the lockdown thing is basically so you can't teleport. Oh, player there! I'm gonna teleport on top of him. That's the reason why they implemented it there, basically. But if you click it before, it shouldn't lock you out. So it's just super annoying. And it's really serves no purpose. Like, I clicked it before I knew that. So it's not like I'm purposely teleporting onto an enemy. I mean, thanks for trying.
Ally spends
Person?
credit at the kiosk. You can rejoin
I
the
mean,
experiment.
yeah, thanks for trying to help me there, but it ultimately served no purpose since you also ended up luring the enemy team to me. like, he spawned back with, like, no health. So, yeah, didn't really serve a purpose in the end.
Go there. It's going to hurt me. I'm protecting you.
I guess, you know, just send this through.
Powerful too.
Of course, now we're just gonna sit and watch this person because we're down. I mean,
Better
also we'll come back, depending exactly what they do.
bit.
We will see. Yeah, that is one of the
Did you think I would be sad?
things about this game too. Like, you can't leave a match without taking a penalty. The match, like, if I were to leave the match right now,
Been restricted.
like I said, I'm not
Powerful items
planning to anyways,
special materials. I'll show you one of
because
them.
I can always come back if I do the right things and stuff. And plus, you know, I'm back alive in the match and stuff.
Better be something sharp.
Don't fucking try. I still don't have any items. Oh, where's that credit terminal over there? Man, I don't get my day's leave. It's actually have enough credits for
Are
that.
they hiding?
Okay, it's 480 since I don't have the sword. Okay, I have to pay 480 to buy a sword as well.
Did you get it now?
Of course. Yeah, Jackie's jump range just
Credits at the
It's-
kiosk. You can rejoin
Oh,
the
it's-
experiment.
unbalanced, in my opinion. Like, Jackie can't jump over that. But if I was playing 11, I could go over that wall no problem. Like, she can go over super thin walls like that. But, yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I'm just like, it doesn't feel very fair in character design. Like, why you treat Jackie so poorly? I mean, I'm not really going to complain over it. It's just, me saying the character seems like she's felt unfairly.
Careful not to bump into anything.
Really? Yeah, they only have 2 gold.
A
And I have no
You've
gold.
got any special
Everything.
materials? There's an item that it goes well with.
Whatever.
Hiding
What are we doing?
tickets.
We're just gonna stick in this person alone. It's like,
If an ally
why are you reviving me? Escape! Like, I feel like some of these newer players probably don't quite understand what the bird kit is.
Set my butterfly.
I'd assume that's the misunderstanding there. But like, yeah. It's like, clearly
Let's
reviving me
first.
isn't helping the matching because we don't have good enough gear to do the
Better stay away.
kills of these higher players and all. So, yeah, we just end up going down as a result.
My butterfly.
It's like if they bought the root kit, they went to the hyperloop, the abandoned dock,
For a bit.
and they could have, you know, done
A
that.
new area has been restricted.
Yes, people can follow you to the abandoned dock within a limited amount of time, but if you, if you end up being the only team there, at the end of that time, you escape and win. Just, you know, higher chance of winning the match.
there.
But I feel like some newer players
Protecting me.
just don't understand how it's a system or something.
Help me. Protecting me.
I mean, it's whatever. As far as I'm really concerned, yeah, whatever you want. I'm just saying,
Go
it's
there.
probably not gonna be useful.
Help me.
Hey, they bring me alive again. It's like gonna end up saying, still only have purple. Purple just isn't good enough. So, you know, it kind of adds like a
You better
comedy factor. Like, oh!
protect me from the butterfly.
Yeah.
You better
In the end, I'm not really concerned how the matches turned out,
shall we?
especially since it's not ranked.
It's Dr. Weakline. Watch out for those pesky shockwaves.
So one team's in October, one's in hometown.
Away.
Beach will be the final zone. There will be temporary safe zones inside of Beach that you have to be in. Otherwise, your red timer will start going down. And yeah. Makes sense? Yes. Makes sense.
You'd better stay away.
And of course, we also have this person who decided to abandon the match.
Open to anything. Did you think I would be
Yeah.
found?
Seems they do know what escape is. Well. Apparently, that's not an option.
Did you think I would be found?
The temporary safe zone will be designated soon.
Like,
Let's take a break first.
okay. I don't know what's quite happening. Weird player interactions. It's funny, whatever it is.
Show me
Okay. It's funny, whatever. And yeah, sometimes you can't hyperloop. I don't know the exact conditions that prevent it. But yeah, that's the thing. If you wait late, like real late, like they did, sometimes you'll run into that issue. It doesn't tell you when you're buying the kit. It really should. Like, here, this item should not be, like, just don't make the root kit purchasable. Like, if you can't activate it, don't make it purchasable, guys. Like, why can you purchase something that has no use? Doesn't make any logical sense. But, you know. I don't think that, yeah. When you randomly get a box from that, it doesn't give you a key. So you can't open it. Because it's like, yeah, I can buy a key. But, yeah, no thanks. Like, what? How much money like us for just a key? One key. which might not even give you something you want. Not something I do. I'll wait till I have a fakey. Yes. All this MP I have, which apparently also opens up. Oh, yeah, you can buy like guaranteed skins too. Like you can actually choose which one you want. Well, there are some that exist that aren't in the store. We're gonna make those more easier to get out of the boxes. I don't know exactly how we're gonna do it. All I know is the ones that are in the store are gonna be easier to get. And it'll be in a way that can ensure it's a skin you don't have as well. I mean, that does raise the value of the keys slightly. But I still won't buy them because I use my MP for battle passes and stuff. Now, I got like 5,000 MP back when the game was still on Game Pass. Of course, they removed the game from Game Pass even before official release. But back then, it was on there. That's how I originally discovered this game during its beta. But yeah, one of the perks that they gave was for this game, what gave me that MP, which was nice. And then I got the additional MP for events. Like, okay, so event gives 1,000 something MP. Oh, buy a battle pass with that. The battle pass, of course, gives permanent MP as a reward. So I essentially turned my event MP into actual MP. Yeah, playing the system. It's intentional, of course. I mean, it's like a retention method and stuff. You know, like to keep the players happy and continuing to use their battle pass and all that. But yeah, I got it for that. Search from battle passes. Gave me the additional MP that I have. Of course, I've also gotten some MPs. Like, currently on Twitch, they have drops. So I've got even a MP for there. But there's no battle pass currently. So I can't buy one of those. And since it's limited time and all, it'll expire before the battle pass exists currently. Now, the drops will keep continuing, so there's still a chance to get some event MP that will be able to be turned into permanent MP for buying the ER pass.
Move to the alley.
Like, yeah. Just make sure your event MP doesn't expire unless you want it to. Like, I have 20, like, you see how I have 25 event MP? I obviously don't want to spend my actual MP on random things. But yeah, so, as such, I'm going to do keeping it and all.
Humans can't breathe underwater,
And
right?
if I get, like, so, here's how it works.
Perfectly.
With the Twitch drops, it's a random chance to get the MP or A coins. Like, it's completely RNG.
Better be worried.
Again, sometimes you'll get event MP, sometimes you'll just get A coins. It is kind of lame how it's RNG.
I can't
They
wait
also
to
had
use this.
the codes currently, like Monday or Tuesday or basically
Is this
every day of the week.
flag?
ER. If you type that,
Look for the
You get
materials you need here.
some rewards from redemption codes. Some of those included
Time to head to the gas
Event
station.
MP. But yeah, since they are limited time and all, and will expire before I forgot about us, I've spent it.
Here are the things you need.
And I spent it on getting
Very
emotes for. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but the Nico girl. I bought the Nico girl emotes because I like those ones, and I didn't have them.
Time to move
It's
to
like-
the hotel.
Yeah, it's like I need to find a use for these, so I'm gonna buy some Nico
Might
emotes.
be something
Yes,
worth
yeah.
using.
Nico.
Oh, I can't wait.
I also
to
got
use
this Jackie's skin, of course.
Everyone better be
Yes.
worried.
You know, Jackie's my main. So I'm like, yeah, I'll buy a skin for Jackie. Yeah, I bought the nicest one they had.
Brilliant.
Because
I can zip around.
I just, don't have really anything to spend it on.
If I had a name.
And I had enough to buy the skin without spending any actual MP.
I suppose.
I bought it with only event MP.
Everyone better be
So, none of my actual cash-based MP, which of course in my instance was free, reminded.
A subject has been terminated.
Oh, that's kind of funny. I almost killed that person with just by myself. And I would have if their teammates didn't come.
You'll be put back in the experiment. Double check the destination one more time.
That was kind of funny how much I killed that person. Like, they nearly died, even with their teammates existing. I did forget to eat,
Meteorite
though.
is about to fall.
Fucking hell. Of course they got me when I was... Yeah. I was like, 0 health. Because I respawned. And of course it spawned me on top of them. And that's one of the most annoying things that can happen in this game. Oh yes, let's spawn you right next to these enemies. With no health.
Meteorite just
Like, it's
fell.
such a terrible system. I wish,
A
like,
survivor has returned
that's
to the
my
experiment.
one
giving them
actual complaint about the game.
A tree of life has spawned.
Anything else I say
Coming for it.
like that are just things I think they could improve on. Like, I have an actual complaint that it spawns you on enemies when you're like 0 health too. Like, so not only does it not let you have your full health,
You can now purchase items.
it basically kills
Has
you.
been terminated.
Ally killing spree.
That's that one. It's like, I want to give us an extra fish. And I keep some food for myself, of course. But yeah. Well, actually, I can spare that stack too because I have the salmon. 6. So yeah, I have a full stack of salmon. Where's the water? Yeah. I didn't notice that.
Now
Too busy and train of thought. It'll happen sometimes. Like I said, I am super casual. So, yeah. It's not like I'm super hyper focused. Must do this, must do that. Yeah, no, I'm just casual. What happens, happens. That's my type of play. In 10 seconds, there will be a bear. Yeah. It's like I have 6 sewing, so it's like I didn't need those videos, and I haven't got more sewing now. Like 6 food is a decent chunk.
Where are the people?
Okay, good. It's like
It's a sand
they
hill.
noticed it.
How annoying.
It's like if I didn't notice the first score, I would have taken it out. And then the fourth score is here.
On surviving the battle zone. I already
I
know
already
something
did it.
though.
That's fine. Oh, this is a big fruit. Double bear. Yeah, double darks bears. The only thing that might be deadlier is triple dark wolves. There's at least one spot in the factory where triple dark wolves can happen.
Ugh,
Okay, I don't
this
need
takes
that
too
one since
long.
it's only one. And I only need 2. And picking up stones from the stone source gives 2. It's like I don't need that right action one.
Where are the people?
Yeah. Mutant animals can sometimes drop
Okay, now
rare
this
materials,
is serious.
as was evidenced by the force score. Or apparently Autopath is gonna say this way. Whatever.
Alpha will be here soon.
Sometimes stuff
Reminds me of
Autopathic
Marco.
doesn't make the most sense in my mind. But yeah, I wanna kill these bears. And yeah, the
Knives.
remake, like the Jackie, they made it so instead of using Q to apply bleed, attacking an enemy with any skill applies bleed, which is why now her W is the most important thing to level. Before,
Reminds me of
it used to
Longbow.
be Q and double evenly, but now you want to extra focus on her W, because her W is her heal with bleeding enemies. And of course it makes her move faster towards bleeding enemies and stuff.
Maybe I'll
That's
stick
what
with
they're
it
there.
for
So
a
let's go
while.
check this bears. Oh, bears dead. Bears be dead.
A new area has been restricted.
Yeah, whatever.
Rapid reconstruction is no longer available. Test subjects can no longer be revived.
Yeah.
Material order. Look at the sheriff though. Cool. I'll pick that up after I kill this bear. Otherwise the rest of them just keep attacking me.
That's a special material, isn't it?
Okay, which
I'll
one gets
recommend
more?
it tonight.
Yes,
Alpha will be here soon.
so the watch gets more attack speed.
Okay,
So, yeah.
now this is
Watch
serious.
over beautiful
Found
garment.
you. Found you.
I got the beautiful garment, the cube watch, and the sword
Really don't
are the
miss
primary things I focus on building. The hat and shoes are the side ones. What's going on? Okay. They're getting attacked by Adriana and the team actually. Not ideal. Not ideal. They got multiple bolts. If they're gonna go in, I'm fine with it.
nice houses.
But I'm just saying this is not the most ideal.
These too.
Alright, they get that Adriana down now.
But they had something useful.
Omega will response.
Oh, I see. They were separate teams. Yikes, 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 yikes. That team hits hard. Yeah, that team hits very hard. And of course, they've focused me. Makes sense. I mean, I'm a heavy hitting melee character. It makes sense to attack me. I'm not gonna really complain, but it's unfortunate.
A subject has been
I'm actually
terminated.
doing pretty
Ally
decent
killing
though.
spree.
I mean, if I had my
A subject
Bane
has
sleeve
been
there, I could have done some better and probably even not died.
New area
I mean,
Omega's
was
here.
possible.
Watch out
But
for his knockbacks.
I just cannot, output enough damage slash health to survive currently. Yeah, see, he's like shield and stuff too. The Bane sleeve.
It's not that I'm tired.
Well, I'm gonna
Just
just
giving them a
do
head
that.
start.
What's that? Yeah. Extra food. Just gonna have to use that thing. Like, of course there's the rest, which
I'm just
is
giving them
super
a head start.
fast, but you can't do anything else. It's like, no. And you can buy whatever you want.
Oh, that's a special material,
I
isn't
need the
it?
swords
I'll
too.
recommend you an item.
First box. Nice. Very much nice too.
I like this. Fits me perfectly.
What do we got? That's fine, that's fine.
Let's not do anything daft.
We're gonna
okay?
grass. Cool, cool. Maybe we're just gonna wait in ambush. Except for that. Like, grass? What's that? See, we're hiding in the grass, so we're basically invisible. Unless someone either A, stands in the grass with us, or B, places a drone or camera in the grass. If you place a camera beside the grass, you will not see in the grass. It's only if you put it in the grass. Yeah, the grass is like the super hiding spot, basically. Or you just randomly. No, like, oh, something's in here? I mean,
It's useless, I suppose. I can
you know, it's
Oh, that's
a
a
little
special
fun.
material, isn't it? I'll recommend
It's
you an
like,
item.
take it out of a box so the next person doesn't have to spend time opening the box.
now this
I mean,
serious.
I get it. They didn't want Mithril. But if they just dropped it on the ground,
Dr.
one of us could have went and
Not too
picked up
Stay
some
alert.
Mithril instead of having to wait the 2 seconds to open the box. I mean, I know 2 seconds isn't much time, but it's like, especially with how they ran off chasing enemies, it's definitely made a difference. Yeah, it definitely could have made a difference. Fortunately, I don't have any cameras. Chaos, I can barely tell what's happening. That's one thing that happens. This. Do not attack this alone. Or with 2 people. If you, what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to get killed?
A new area has been restricted.
It's like
I'm just giving them a
Roman
head
goes on.
start.
They're like, oh yes, I'd love to attack for Horde of Wolves. Like, never, ever attack it alone. You will die like you're made of fucking paper. even two people, there's a chance of dying. What you doing, Sylvia? Why do you... I don't understand their logic. Like, why do you keep attacking us? You do know it's never gonna work, right? No matter how many times you do it, it's not gonna work out. Oh, are we attacking now? Like, I attacked the wolves because I thought they were trying to, do something else. Basically, it's like, I want to actually do something during this time rather than nothing. Yes, lots of enemies. That is my one weakness at this game. Is knowing which target I should be attacking. Like, I don't always know who I should attack first, basically. Just so many people. Chaos and all. Okay. Especially when you get multiple teams. It becomes extra chaos. You can barely even tell what's happening in time. Yeah, definitely gets crazy sometimes. So probably not gonna get a mega killed. Pass subject kills? Much easier. Just saying. Yeah, none of the teams I've been trying to kill. Oh my god. I'm only gonna play it for a couple more hours at most tonight. And yeah. So as such, I changed it to a different quest. Because, yeah, I want to actually complete all three. Right. Dog stretch. Remember, gotta do your stretches. Otherwise your body's going to be extra sore.
Is it time for hide and seek? Where's this item I can make called Bread and Tears? I mean, it's a pretty decent starting item. If you have a character that needs SP,
mean, you just combine your bread and water. And then it gives you HP and SP in one slot. So yeah, it's convenient for people who need SP early game and all. Otherwise, it doesn't really serve much purpose. Because I mean, late game, you want your food and drinks to be separate items. Especially since you can have 2 drinks and 2 foods activated at once. Like, technically, you can only have 1 active at once, but you can preload your second one so that once your first one runs out, your second one will automatically start. Which is, you know, something you want to do in combat.
Next experiment. Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
Because yeah, having eaten 2 foods just helps you be able to
Experiment will now
use
begin.
your hotkeys
Radar activated.
for your attacks
Here
more
is the experiment you
efficiently. Since you won't have to move your hand around as much during combat,
need.
basically.
Let's head over to the alley.
Currently, we still want our bread.
Fish bones are different.
Found you.
I really like that chicken far away.
Look at that. Isn't it just something? Oh, maybe I can make some chips.
Sweet potato is nice.
Our voices activate.
Haha. Can I just bounce around now?
Yeah. We're gonna keep our bread. Just as a backup food.
I like this. It fits me perfectly.
Everyone better be worried.
Look at that. Isn't it just something?
Yeah, put that over in that slot. We do need to get some meat to make those breakfast toast
The
sandwiches.
same tag.
That way there'll be
Here are the
sufficient
materials you'll need.
backup food. Which will mainly be used if my health is looking low and I
Move to the gas
wanna
station.
keep moving about, basically. So obviously for combat I'm gonna use sweet potatoes, and if I run out of those, fish and chips.
Here are the things you need.
What a very narrow street. I guess
A survivor
Need
has
to start
returned to the
crafting
experiment.
so I can clear up some inventory. Like you'll notice how I
Move to the
move
house.
around the cluster without fully crafting.
Can I just bounce
It's
around
the
now?
basically that saves a couple seconds,
something worth using.
but yeah. It's like you have to be careful not to leave your items behind when doing that though.
Brilliant. I can zip around.
Close then.
Find
Oh,
the
yeah.
materials you need here.
I'll go
But
the
it does
other way.
have an effect over the overall time spent.
Nice. Let's make some more.
Look at that. Isn't it just something?
Let's move out food, get a designated food spots. And that's where I like to keep my food.
Feet just sink in.
Going from 1 most important to 2nd most important, and 6 and 7. That's where I like to keep my foods. I like to keep my cameras in 3,
Found you.
and then my drones or traps, if I end up with any, those go in 4. That's the way I organize it.
A meteorite is about to fall from the sky.
Is that the best way? Not necessarily. For me, that's the way I like it. I mean, something like that is completely preference on
Really done
which
this.
buttons you want to be pressing.
These houses are pretty, but just...
I think you might even be able to change those too. Like, you might be able to rebind the keys if for whatever reason you want to do that.
A subject has
That I
been
don't
terminated.
really know why you would, but it's probably possible. Well, let's see if we can get this. I'm alone though, so chance of death.
The meteorite's collision point is nearby.
A new area has been restricted.
Kiosk is now activated. Buy items with your accumulated points.
I mean, take care of your little me. You know, well, I'm not the one that's doing it. You literally let them steal it before your eyes. Like they were watching the thief. I thought they were the one who was going to take it. But it turns out someone else had already been done that. So yeah, it's not my fault. You let someone take it in front of your eyes.
A survivor.
You can get special items at the kiosk using credits.
What the? Apparently I'm already down. Yo,
Did I let my guard down?
hey. Hydration done. Right. What's that?
Is it time for hide and seek?
It's like starting to get a bit sleepy. So might be my last match for the night. Yeah, I'm gonna make this last match. And then tomorrow, depending when I wake up, might have a morning/afternoon stream. maybe play a different character too. Spice things up.
And resume our next experiment. Let there be glory to the pawns who reach the end of despair.
The experiment will now begin. Satellite radar activated.
Find the materials you need here. Time to go to the alley.
You see that game, but I'm not going to our alley yet. I must first get food and leather.
Fish bones are different.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Even if it's not gonna be a salmon,
My nose.
you still have to have space in your inventory for as if there might be a salmon.
Can I just
That is one of the
around now?
annoying things about gathering potatoes and fish,
Maybe I can make some
is that you essentially need to have 2 inventory spaces empty, unless of course your inventory already contains the thing. I'm gonna drop the bread. Don't really need it.
Might lose control a bit
But I
with
got
this.
the legendary sweet potato.
Can I just bounce around now? Look at that. Isn't it just something?
It's like, the reason I don't attack the boar there is because I only have a gray sword,
Is this for playing tag?
so it'll take too long.
Here are the materials you'll need.
The starting time crunch on day 1 is the most important thing to be fast for.
Get used to this, I suppose.
Again, you want to get your purple items fast as you can, really.
Time to head to the gallery.
Obviously, getting food and stuff is important too, so taking a detour to get your food is acceptable.
Find the materials you need here.
It's a very narrow
But, you know, to fight a boar for no real reason,
I guess this
that's
is
not acceptable.
This is something
At least not if you don't have a decent weapon yet. Let's see, if I have my arsenal,
Everyone better
now
be
attacking the boar wouldn't
Time to
be
go to the hotel.
absurd. I mean, yeah. Because, you know, I can actually kill it in a decent time frame with the purple weapon.
Can I just bounce around now?
I just need to go pick up a watch from the hotel. Yeah, then my bounce done.
Is this for playing tag?
Let's find the materials you need here.
There's a watch. Smartwatch obtained.
Don't be worried.
And that's what's good. Let's go check bears. I mean, of course, it's possible someone already killed bears, but it's like
Sink in.
one of the things I always do
The
is
survivor has returned
go down
to the
here and see
experiment.
if things are alive. I mean, this is the path you're on anyways. But this leads to uptown. It's basically an efficiency path. You check for bear spawns while also going
Reminds me of
to
long ago.
uptown's bear spots, which are also dead. Yeah, figures. And we're gonna keep going this way because there's a meteorite.
It seems like the meteorite will fall nearby.
And possibly
Careful with
a
your head.
team.
While.
Yeah, this area's pretty violent. Check. I don't want to go too far from this.
A meteorite just collided. Let's go. A tree of life is falling. Hurry! You can get special items.
terminated.
Nothing else really important. Now let's go get that meteorite. Warzone! La la. Don't mind me, love. I gotta go this way.
That require special materials.
It's the most absolute retreat path. And if I die, the meteorite's lost. I think the watch is what we said was more.
They're already dead.
So let's do that one first.
You can now purchase items at the kiosk.
I like this. It fits me perfectly. Boats are bizarre. Why don't they sink?
Yes. I have school watch. Congratulations on figuring that out.
Survivor has returned to the experiment.
Why did you target that?
This
I don't understand.
isn't the place for me.
Battle zones have been designated. The last player standing will win it all.
For me, you'll dull my knives.
Let's check for a sword while we're here. There used to be boxes in these spots here. Like they removed those.
Here, love. Chop you up nicely.
You know, for whatever reason. They did add this new area into the back of the chapel. This area here didn't used to exist.
And
Wait, that was a sword. It's just... that just changed
this
just because
definitely isn't the place for me.
convenient. If I actually do get it, it'll auto-equip it. It's like, really? If you ask me, the game should always auto-equip
Alpha is
a
here.
legendary
Watch
item
out
that
for
you
sneak
craft.
attacks.
The emotions
Like, why would you craft a legendary item if you don't want to equip it? But unless it's, like, if you don't add it to your build plan thing, it will not
Really don't listen.
auto-equip. And also, it should be noted, but you cannot change your gear
This is
if you're in combat. Like, I can't switch swords if I'm in the middle of fighting someone.
Doctor. There's lots of patients.
Oh no. It seems like someone else already has their eye on it. Hunt wild animals to earn credits instead.
Found you.
Not entirely sure what item we're talking about in that case, so. But, yeah, if we're talking about the blood, that's not even available yet. That's for what blood?
Don't worry, you'll be back in the experiment. Do you have a destination in mind?
our fortunes.
Wonder when
Seems like sometimes holding it on the image will automatically fall over around. Sometimes it doesn't, though. I really don't know why. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and then wrap up here for the night because I'm tired and I'll probably do a morning slash afternoon stream after I wake up and all. Oh yeah, see you next time.